Well, it's a real pleasure to chat to James Crawford for the first time on Perfectly Placed. No stranger to doing these interviews. Great to see you in Cape Town. You've been here for a good week leading up to the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met. Your first runner for Team Crawford comes up in a Grade 1, the Main Chance Farms Mallorca Stakes, where you got the 3-year-old Fatal Flaw, Grade 1 winner, showed her mettle last time, comes up against Double Grand Slam. How will she shape here?
Well, you know, Alistair, she's had a really good prep going into this race. You know, we were thinking of going for the Paddock Stakes, but it's a trip she's never quite gone before, and you know, Striker really knows her well. So if there was one guy that I was going to get to go that kind of trip with her, I would have preferred Striker, but you know, he's never going to do the weighted weight for age, unfortunately. So yeah, you know, she's avoided that. We usually find that, you know, second run as well can be a bit flat, especially when raiding Cape Town. So we said, let's rather just get her through that rough patch and target her properly for the Mallorca. She's absolutely flying back at home. She's come on a lot from her last race. She's had two gallops leading up into the Mallorca, and I'm very pleased with her. On paper, she is the horse to beat. She's actually got Double Grand Slam, I think 3 pounds better off at the weights, but you know, Double Grand Slam, she's a war-torn, war veteran filly, and you know, it's going to be tough, but I think, you know, it's definitely going to be between them two, and I'm excited to see if she can get the job done on Saturday.
Let's go to the third race where you got number 5, Fatal Gem, daughter of Master of My Fate. Gareth Wright takes her out. She has what looks like her biggest test to date, but she's a real try, isn't she?
Yeah, you know, Alistair, she's a very honest filly. She'll always give her all to the line. You know, this is her first time going over 10 furlongs, so it is going to be quite interesting to see if she can just see the trip out. What I did really like is Gareth settled her quite nicely in the last start, but you know, it's not an easy field, it's a tough race, but she's got a good draw, and if Gareth can settle her and just get her to the line, then I think she'll run an honest race.
Big Pick 6 starts in the fourth race. New arrival to the yard. Otto Lucan stays all day. How's he doing on arrival?
Oh, he's doing very well back at home. You know, he's shown us some really good work leading into his race. Obviously, you know, he's only been in the yard for about a week or 2 weeks, so you know, it's still a lot to learn about him. But you know, looking at paper, it is going to be a testing trip for him. He hasn't quite got the best form over that kind of distance, but you know, JP knows him very well, and I'm sure he'll give him every chance from that draw just to see out the trip and run a good race.
Let's go on to the fifth race. 2 runners, 2 interesting runners. First runner's a Gelding, number 7, Captain West. He's obviously got oodles of class. How's he doing?
Oh, he's doing very well, Alistair. He's stripped up a bit, and he's lost that little bit of a neck that he had when he still had his when he was still a colt. But he's doing really well back at home. I don't think he's going to be in need of this run. And yeah, I mean, he galloped exceptionally well, so I'm expecting a good run from him.
Stable companion, big unit, maybe a little bit of a blip last time, but that was no disgrace.
No disgrace, Alistair. You know, he's a very honest horse. He'll always give you his all to the line. His work and prep going into the race is also very well, and you know, like I say, he's a very honest horse. So if he's in the mix and he's in a good position, I'm sure he'll give them a run for his money.
Cape Flying is a brilliant field. The Hong Kong Jockey Club Whirlpool Cape Flying Championship over 1,000 metres. Lots of Grade 1 winners, including your horse Sergey. Probably best over 1,200 metres, but he throws a kitchen sink every time, doesn't he?
Oh, exactly. You know, Alistair, he's very honest horse. He'll always give his all, especially on race days. 6 furlong is definitely the preferred kind of trip for him, but you know, we being a bit optimistic, we're going to put some cheek pieces on him. I think that might just sharpen him up a touch, and you know, on his work and his well-being, I definitely think he's going to be a big runner on the day.
2 runners in the Met. Let's start with the Hollywood Bets Durban Jalal winner, Oriental Charm. Last time the Lommeraw Kings played, anything come out in the wash?
Yeah, you know, he's got his regular niggles and naggles, but nothing out of the ordinary for him. You know, I like to compare it quite a bit to see it against prep last season. You know, he won the Green Point, didn't necessarily have the best run in the Kings Plate, and then arguably should have been the Met winner last year. So I think maybe the second run after arrest caught him out to touch, but he's doing very well back at home. We've got on top of him, and I think he'll run a very good race on Saturday.
Zappateers from the deepest draw. How's he going to go over 2,000 metres? Probably be the best looking horse in the race, and that's no mean feat.
Yeah, listen, you know, last time we were a bit surprised. We were a bit disappointed in his last start. We actually expected him to go much closer. He just hit that bit of a flat spot that he usually hits, and then he started to quicken up well towards the line. But you know, with how Kenilworth's running at the moment, you know, if you've got 5 or 6 lengths to make up to 300, it's always going to be challenging. But he's doing very well back at home, probably the best I've seen him personally in a long time. We have opted to put the cheek pieces on the day, and I'm hoping that will just, you know, get him through that bit of a flat spot, get him on the move early, and if it does that, then he'll definitely be in the mix-up.
Then race 11, you got the Futurist. No way he can judge what he's going to do, is there?
You know, Futurist, just got to see how you catch him on the day. He's doing very well back at home. You know, he looks outstanding. you know, if he gets to the front and he leads, then anything's possible, but there's quite a lot of speed in that race, so we'll just have to see how he shows up on the day.
And then the final race, you've got a very interesting run, a lot to come, I feel, from Cavalry Commander. Not an easy race, but looks to be a nice horse on the up.
Yeah, you know what, Alistair, funny enough, he actually reminds me quite a bit of Oriental Charm, especially, you know, his first couple of starts. I mean, the first race, he kind of did everything the wrong way and ran himself into the second time, you know. He was just in a bit more control, and he quickened up well and finished his race going to the line. So, you know, I'm very happy with him. He's doing very well back at home. He's started to settle a bit more, and, you know, we'll see what he's capable of. He does have a big step up now, obviously first run out of the maidens, but, you know, he looks like a promising horse, so excited to see how he goes on Saturday.
Good man. See you Saturday.
See you then.